Today, I'm going to give you, in my personal opinion, my top 5 Titan exotics. Now, the ones I'm going to cover are in my inventory now, but I'm going to pick 5 honorable mentions. Now, these are not going to include the ones that were brought in with Beyond Light or Season of the Chosen. Now, for those of you who are just really starting out in Destiny and you're wondering, what do I mean by exotic armor? It's really armor that has special intrinsic perks that can help you in one way or another. Alright. See my cool little ship there? Alright. We're going to start off with the chestplate I'm actually wearing right now, the Actium War Rig. Now, this right here, to me, is extremely handy and extremely viable chestplate. Now, I will often take this into something like Garden of Salvation, pretty much from the start of the raid to the end. Unless I'm having to run Divinity for some reason, then, I swap out to something else. But as you're firing your auto rifle or your machine gun, it sits there and reloads part of the magazine for you as you're firing. So it's a never-ending cycle of lead that you're sending downrange. Where I found this to be absolutely beneficial and just to be an absolutely brutal combo is only running Heir Apparent and this thing. You can only sit there and hold the trigger down and almost deplete your entire reserves if you ain't careful. Another really good combo is this and Xenophage. Because, to give you an example, one damage phase of Sanctified Mind, I've only gone through about 19 rounds where other people having to reload. I'm sitting there just keep, hammering away. Now, where this thing also really shines is when you're using something like, say, the Sweet Business. Because you know how fast that thing burns through ammo. It's pretty ridiculous. But it's actually really good also, say, your legendary auto rifles, your exotics like Suros Regime, Hard Light. And then you get up to your exotic machine guns like your Thunder Lord, your Heir Apparent, your Xenophage, and your commemorations and stuff like that. This chestplate takes a lot of that reload time out, because if you sit there and wait a second and watch it, it'll really reload it for you. That's what I find really helpful about this. Alright. Next one. We're going to go with boots. And my first pick is these guys right here. The Line Ramparts. Line Rampants. I said the name wrong. Sorry. Now. Excuse me. Sorry. Now, these are really nice because it gives you that little extra jump distance. And as you saw, and with the perk, it enables a little bit more accurate hip firing. But I personally really haven't noticed it too much. But the jump distance is extremely helpful. Like if I'm running Deepstone Crypt and we're doing we're going through the spacewalk, I'll have these on, because getting that extra bit of jump distance is super handy than trying to make the jump without it. I've often made the joke before of Titans having rocket boots, and well, we literally have them here. All right. Alright, next we're going to go to arms. And yes, I know what you guys are thinking. Aeons? Really? Oh, yeah. These used to be the single worst gauntlets to get. This was like the bad luck Brian roll of exotics. Now, if you really look at the special perks here for them, you can change the intrinsic perk. Now, tell me that's not cool. Like this right here. Say if you want to keep, like say you want to keep your allies alive and try to try to make the fight go a little bit longer, go a little bit better for you. This right here. Or you want to resupply your teammates with orbs, special ammo, heavy ammo. There you go. Or if you want to increase your weapon damage or supply your teammates with burst or grenade and melee energy, and if the other people in your fire team have the gauntlets as well, and they don't have that particular one equipped, they get a burst of super. Now, that right there immediately to me jumps these up from almost auto dismantle to definitely keep. Where I see these being really handy is whenever I start tackling the Grandmaster Nightfalls and the higher tier Nightfalls. This is going to be really handy. Alright. We're going to move back down to Chestplate again. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why Armamentarium? When you can literally come over here, and it's top tree, and you have the second grenade charge. Well, it's a little something to think about. This right here actually works with any subclass. You get that extra grenade, because that extra grenade can be extremely handy. I can recall a number of times where I thought to myself, shit, if only I had a second grenade. And running this right here, I have that backup grenade. Like say if I get a horde of thrall coming at me and I'm on my sunbreaker, I could throw out a thermite and just take them all down. Just have that constant line of fire going. Now, say if you're a real big PvP person and you're doing mayhem and you have a really high discipline setup, you can really sit there, run this, and get 2 grenades, and the time it takes you to get 1, if not like a quarter of the time. That is a single dirtiest thing I've seen people do. What I've also seen people do as well is they'll go into mayhem with this, double suppressors, and it's just like no super for anybody. That's really shutting down the entire field right there. That is brutal that is just evil brutality at its finest. Alright. Last one is going to be the Dune Marchers. I was thinking, why the Dune Marchers? Okay. Let me explain this to you. You run, say you do a shoulder charge or a shield bash. When you hit something and you get the linear actuators going, you're not only going to take out that one enemy, you have a chance of taking out about 6 or 7 more around it. And on top of that, the Taniks fight, the Taniks Phase 2 fight, well, Phase 1 and 2, you actually run your sprint speed is actually increased. So this right here to me, oh yes. Like say if you're a nuke runner in Phase 2 Taniks, this right here is going to be your best friend. Alright. Now we're going to pick 5 honorable mentions. This right here I should have put this in the main list, but I'm putting this as an honorable mention because this right here is one of the single nastiest helmets you could ever use. Gone now are the days of the one-eyed mask, but as a Ward of Dawn Titan, when you drop your Ward of Dawn, anything that walks into it that's not a friendly is going to get blinded. Anything that, you know, when you guard with your sentinel shield gets blinded. Your teammates, when they walk through, free overshield for them. You can really sit there in a nightfall. Say you're in a nightfall and you're waiting to revive your teammate. Your teammate went down. I've done this in Destiny 1. You could run over there, drop your bubble, sit there in that bubble. The enemies will come in, but they'll back out while you're waiting for your teammates' revive timer to be up. Sorry about that. My allergies have been going crazy today. My throat's been a little dry. Sorry about that. Alright. Now we're going to go here to collections and we're going to pick 4 more honorable mentions. Alright. Armor. Alright. This right here. When you have your melee up and you get it, what this will actually give you is you get a kill with your melee, it'll start healing you. That can be very beneficial. And on top of that, it's very Daft Punk-esque, which is super cool. Alright. Now, next one that we're going to take a look at here is actually going to be the synthesis. Okay. I'm just going to let y'all read that real quick. Now, I want you guys to think about something. This is something that my friend Entombed Orborg showed me. Combine these with that right there. To give you a rough idea, say if you're a big PvE player and it's Brawler Week, your melee is going to practically do double damage. Okay, with that, I have sat there and fist fought strike bosses and beat them down. One of my most infamous shenanigans that I pulled was in Crown of Sorrow. If you guys remember Crown of Sorrow, the final encounter, when the ogres would come up, I would sit there, turn, look at that ogre, pop him in the face once with this, and then punch him, ogre dead, instantly. The rest of the team, the rest of the teams I was with, they're like that, they couldn't figure out how I was doing it. I told them, look at my arms and look at my shotgun. So you combine the syntheseps with the melee lunge and melee damage increase when you're surrounded, and you combine it with this, you are going to be you're going to be delivering a beatdown to strike bosses like it's nothing, and majors like it's nothing. All right, let's move on. Okay. This is also, this one right here. I can't say enough good about this thing because I've used this before, and when your super is fully charged, even when your super is fully charged, your solar abilities will recharge faster. And on top of that, even when your super is charged, it'll recharge faster. It's like, say if it's like Grenadier, Brawler, you're going to have that bonus recharge rate from this right here, which is extremely nice to have. Now, the pro to this is compared to, say, something like the Armamentarium. If it's Grenadier, your grenade rate recharge rate is going to be a little bit faster. Yes, but you won't have that second grenade. Your recharge rate will be faster, yes. That right there is your biggest plus. But this only works for your solar class. Alright. Now, this last one, you guys are going to think I'm crazy. You guys are going to think I'm, what's wrong with me? Why did I pick this one? To put it to perspective, when you have your barricade up, you can't shoot through it. This allows you to shoot through your barricade, but your barricade doesn't last as long and it's not as strong. But your allies and you can now shoot through it, which in a sense gives you cover for that short amount of time. Now, where this is actually really handy is I've seen people in PvP abuse this. And you'll know a Titan's barricade whenever you see it, because it'll start having this kind of ripple effect going from the inner of it to the outer edges of it. So that's kind of the dead giveaway that there's a Titan's Titan running around. And if they want to block off an area, oh, they will, in a hurry. All right. Another really good use for this as well is, say, like if you're doing a nightfall or something, and you want to try and hold off an area from an advancing swarm of ads. There you go. Now, if I didn't put this one in, a friend of mine would kill me. Okay. Sentinel shield. All you Sentinel Titans out there. You guys know what I'm fixing to say. They did nerf the super extension a little bit, but pre-nerf, your super could last about 2 or 3 minutes with these. And it works on any tree. Need I say more? Exactly. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Now, keep in mind, this is all my opinion. You may have a different opinion than me, and that's cool. As a matter of fact, if you disagree with what I said, let me know some of your favorite exotics. I'll try them out. I'll give them a second look. Alright, let me know. I'm serious. But as always though, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Especially if you know someone who's starting out as a Titan and they want to know some good exotics to pick up. Send them to this. Direct them to this video. Alright. As always, you guys, Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. God bless you, and y'all have a wonderful day.